Melbourne Knights aim to return to winning ways on Friday night as 7th place Pascoe Vale travel to Knights Stadium. The home side failed to pick up maximum points in their last two fixtures and will be looking to rectify that against solid opposition, while a win for the visitors would have them on equal points with the Knights. To team news, head coach Andrew Marth made 2 alterations to his side that drew with Hume City last Saturday. Marquee signing Andrew Bartosic was suspended after accruing 5 yellow cards, while Anthony Colosimo dropped to the bench. Filling the void left by Bartosic was Chris Talajic, while Ivan Grgic was promoted in Colosimo's absence. For Pascoe Vale, and the visitors also made 2 changes to their squad that defeated Green Gully the week prior. The biggest one being a change in Gloveman, with Alexander Pavlidis not picked in the entire squad, with Stefan Sardelic included in the first 11. Joseph Youssef was also dropped from the entire squad as Connor Cass was promoted after being an unused substitute in that win over Gully. Svitkovic and Andrijašević got the match off to a start, which preceded one of the more lacklustre periods of the season so far. That said, the Knights did have a golden chance early on to take the lead, when a good cross from Josh Brekalo found Chris Talajic, but the youngster scuffed his effort and put the ball well wide. Up the other end, and a lapse from Ben Suri allowed Tom Black to set up Davey Van Skip, but a block inside the box evaded the danger. A quarter of an hour played, and the Knights were on the attack again, but a long-range effort from Andrijašević failed to test Sardelic in goals. 5 minutes later, and a free header from a corner went begging as Milan Batul's effort trickled wide. Beyond the half-hour mark now, and after a lack of chances from both sides, a neat ball from Talajic put McGarry through, but after a cut back to Andrijašević, the eventual shot sailed high and wide. Seconds later, and the Knights enjoyed what was then their best chance of the match. After switching the play to Zara on the other side of the pitch, Brekalo played a long ball to the top of the box to Andrijašević, with the striker setting up Svitkovic, who put his effort just wide. But it was the away side who had the last chance of the opening period, when Van Skip broke into the box to lay off for Pistaninzi, but the strike was straight at Chris May, leaving the score hopelessly deadlocked as the players head down the tunnel. Into the second period, and a header from Adrian Zara flew inches wide of the target after an early free kick from James McGarry. Minutes later, and the Knights showed that they were prone to counter-attacks when Van Skip broke through, but his hit from the edge of the area was no match for Chris May. On the 56th minute mark, and without having a shot on target, Andrijašević tested his luck from range without success. Less than 60 seconds later, and a goalmouth scramble almost provided the goods for the Knights, but a final header from Uskok sailed over the bar as the referee found an infringement in Pascoe Vale's favour. Five minutes after the hour mark, and Andrijašević attempted his third effort from well outside the box, but like his previous strikes, Sardelic remained unchallenged. But the Knights did eventually test the Pascoe Vale custodians 69 minutes in, when an in-swinging corner forced Sardelic into action before Grgic had a shot deflected wide a yard out from goal. A corner didn't follow though, with referee Sean Evans seeing a foul in the scrap that preceded the shot. But the deadlock was finally broken 72 minutes in, when a bullet header from Talajic beat everyone inside the box to take the Knights 1-0 up with 20 minutes remaining. quality leap from Talajic, who not only beat his opponents to the ball, but also teammate Milan Batur before darting off in euphoric celebration. But the celebrations were muted abruptly 3 minutes after taking the lead, when Lazaridis was picked out with plenty of space after a switch in play, with the Pascoe Vale player then awarded a penalty kick after Chris May came off his line. Former West Ham United youth product Michael Ferrante stepped up to the spot, but a brilliant save from May to his right kept the shot out before the Knights launched a quick counter-attack. It was a class save from the Knights shot stopper, who's in a rich vein of form at this stage of the season. 10 minutes out from the end, and Colosimo put another ball on target, but in fairness the strike was no trouble for the Pascoe Vale goalkeeper. However, Colosimo's effort in the dying embers of the game was far more serious, with his hit from the edge of the box requiring Sardelic to produce a fine save to tap the ball onto the crossbar before going out for a corner. The Knights did have one last chance to kill off the contest deep into extra time, when a defensive mishap allowed Andrijašević to break through in the wing, but the striker again put the ball well wide of the opposition goal. It didn't have too much of an impact on the game though, with Evans blowing for full time seconds later to confirm the result. 1-0 it finished, with Talajic's header sending the Knights back to the winners list as the club snaps at the heels of third place South Melbourne, with 4 points separating them and the boys from Summer Street. Speaking to Knights TV after the win, head coach Andrew Marth said he wasn't overly thrilled with the performance.
Stabber, not an easy win, but a win nonetheless. What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, very frustrating. I thought it was probably one of our worst games or worst performances this year. Our edge distribution was pretty ordinary and it didn't improve second half. But in saying that, possession-wise, I thought we had probably 75% of possession. Just at our final third, we really struggled.
It was scoreless at half-time. What did you have to say to the boys at the break?
I just hit your targets, and it was abysmal first half, and we did improve second half, and I thought, the result was a fair indication of the game.
Was it encouraging to see Teller get his first start and chip in with the match-winning goal?
Oh, definitely. Teller worked hard. He's been training quite well at training, and Frank and I spoke about it during the course of the week, and we've had a few players out, as you probably know, and we gave Teller his first run, and I thought he did well.
What were your thoughts on the penalty? First of all, the awarding of it, and second of all, Chris's save?
First and foremost, I thought that the boy was offside. Penalty, the referee's obviously, his decision counts, and Chris made a great save and kept us in the game. So, we got 3 points, and that was what we wanted to achieve, and obviously we did that.